Hello, dear viewers and fellow soap opera enthusiasts. Welcome back to TV Day's Drama Digest, your ultimate go-to channel for all things dramatic, emotional, and utterly captivating from the world of daytime television. It's us again, the passionate team behind TV Day's Drama Digest, diving deep into the swirling vortex of intrigue, heartbreak, and unexpected twists that define days of our lives. Today, we're zeroing in on the explosive events from the October 20th episode, a day that left fans gasping, hearts pounding, and tissues in high demand. If you've somehow missed this roller coaster of an installment, we know life gets busy, but really, how could you? Don't fret. We've got you covered with this detailed breakdown. But for the full immersive experience, complete with those intense close-ups, swelling orchestral scores, and raw performances, we highly recommend catching up on our latest video recap. Trust us, it's worth every second. Salem, that picturesque yet perpetually turbulent town, has once again proven why it's the epicenter of soap opera chaos. In this episode, the spotlight shines blindingly on Sophia, whose life seems to be unraveling faster than a poorly knit sweater. The day kicks off with a gathering storm as everyone, and we mean everyone, converges on Sophia, demanding answers to the burning questions that have been festering like open wounds. The air is thick with tension, accusations flying like arrows in a medieval battlefield. Friends, family, and foes alike circle her, their eyes piercing, voices raised in a cacophony of urgency. "What have you done?" they seem to shout in unison, though the words vary. Sophia, once the picture of composure, or at least, that's how she projected herself, now stands at the eye of this emotional hurricane, her facade cracking under the relentless pressure. Picture this. The scene unfolds in a dimly lit room, perhaps the cozy confines of the DiMera mansion or a neutral ground like the Brady pub, places where secrets are spilled and lives are forever altered in days of our lives. Sophia's face, usually so meticulously made up, is now streaked with the telltale signs of exhaustion and inner turmoil. Her eyes dart around, avoiding the accusatory stares. The crowd presses in. There's the stern gaze of a concerned relative, the betrayed expression of a former ally, and the curious onlookers who thrive on Salem's endless drama. It's a moment ripe for explosion, and explode it does. But the real gut-wrench hits when Sophia catches sight of something that shatters her fragile hold on sanity. There, in the distance, or perhaps right across the street from the pub, she spots Leo and Javi, two figures who have become entangled in her web of secrets. They're heading into the pub, but not alone. With them is Tesoro, the innocent child caught in the crossfire of adult follies. Tesoro's tiny hand clutches Javi's, a symbol of trust and vulnerability that contrasts sharply with the storm brewing in Sophia's mind. The sight is too much. It's the final straw on a camel's back already burdened by lies, deceptions, and unspoken pains. Sophia's reaction is nothing short of theatrical, a performance that would earn Emmy nods in the real world. She freezes for a split second, her breath catching in her throat. Then, the dam breaks. I just can't take this anymore," she cries out, her voice a raw, piercing wail that echoes through the streets of Salem. It's not just a statement, it's a primal scream from the depths of her soul. The words hang in the air, heavy and laden with despair. But words aren't enough for the torrent of emotions flooding her. In a shocking display of self-destructive agony, Sophia begins hitting herself, fists pounding against her own body as if trying to exorcise the demons within. The thuds are audible, each one a punctuation mark in her breakdown. Onlookers gasp, frozen in horror. Is this the Sophia they knew? The one who schemed and plotted with calculated precision? Now, she's reduced to this, a woman at war with herself. The collapse comes swiftly, like a marionette with its strings cut. Sophia's legs buckle beneath her, and she crumples to the ground in a heap, her body limp and unresponsive. The world around her blurs into a haze of concerned faces and urgent voices. Chaos ensues. People rush forward, shouting for help, dialing emergency numbers on their phones. But it's Javi who emerges as the hero of the moment. Breaking away from Leo and Tesoro, he sprints to her side, his face etched with genuine worry. Kneeling beside her, he cradles her head gently, his hands trembling ever so slightly. "Sophia, can you hear me? Sophia, please, say something." His voice cracks with emotion, a mix of fear and compassion. Javi, often portrayed as the steadfast one, shows a vulnerability here that's heartbreaking. Leo hovers nearby, his usual wit subdued, while Tesoro looks on with wide, confused eyes, a poignant reminder of the collateral damage in these adult dramas. The scene shifts seamlessly to the sterile, fluorescent-lit halls of University Hospital, where the drama intensifies under the watchful eyes of medical professionals. Sarah, the ever-dedicated doctor with her own history of personal turmoils, takes charge. She's the one who escorts Sophia into the examination room, her professional demeanor masking a deeper empathy. Sarah's white coat flutters as she moves with purpose, wheeling Sophia, still dazed and unresponsive, down the corridor. The beeps of monitors and the murmur of nurses create a symphony of urgency. Once in the room, Sarah begins her assessment, her voice calm yet probing. "Sophia, can you tell me what happened? How are you feeling right now?" She shines a light into Sophia's eyes, checks her vitals, all while firing off questions designed to pierce the veil of silence. But Sophia remains mute, her gaze distant, as if she's retreated into a fortress within her mind. The silence is deafening, amplifying the gravity of the situation. Sarah's brow furrows. She's seen breakdowns before in Salem. Who hasn't? But this one feels particularly profound, laced with layers of unspoken trauma. Word spreads quickly in a town like Salem, where gossip travels faster than light. Enter Amy, a figure whose connection to Sophia adds another layer of emotional depth. Sarah pulls Amy aside in the hallway, away from prying ears. "Amy, I need to talk to you about Sophia," Sarah says, her tone grave. "She's been placed on psychiatric leave effective immediately. I've ordered mandatory psychological counseling. This isn't just physical, it's clear she's dealing with something much deeper." Amy's face pales, her eyes widening in shock. "Psychiatric leave? Counseling?" These words hang like storm clouds, signaling that Sophia's troubles run far beyond a momentary lapse. Amy, driven by a mix of friendship, guilt, and genuine concern, wastes no time in visiting Sophia's bedside. The room is quiet, save for the soft hum of medical equipment. Sophia lies there, pale and fragile, a stark contrast to her usual vibrant self. Amy approaches tentatively, pulling up a chair with a scrape that echoes her inner turmoil. "Sophia," she whispers, taking her hand. "I wish I had known how much you were suffering. I wish I could have seen the signs earlier." Tears well in Amy's eyes as she continues, her voice thick with emotion. "I'd give anything, to trade places with you right now. To take away this pain, to shoulder it myself." It's a moment of raw vulnerability, the kind that Days of Our Lives excels at delivering. Amy squeezes Sophia's hand tighter. "We're going to figure this all out, I promise. You're not alone in this. We'll get through it together." Sophia's response? Still nothing overt, but perhaps a flicker in her eyes, a silent acknowledgement that pierces the heart. Meanwhile, the ripple effects of Sophia's meltdown extend to other corners of Salem, leaving key players in agonizing suspense. Johnny and Chanel, that dynamic duo whose lives have been upended by Sophia's machinations, find themselves frustratingly sidelined. They've been eagerly anticipating, no, craving, the moment when Sophia finally comes clean about the chaos she's wrought on their adoption plans. Remember those tangled webs of deceit? The forged documents, the hidden truths, the emotional blackmail that threatened to derail their dreams of parenthood? Johnny paces the floor of their home, his handsome features twisted in impatience. "She has to admit it all," he mutters to Chanel, who nods vigorously, her own frustration bubbling over. The trouble she's caused, it's unforgivable. But fate, or rather the writers of Days of Our Lives, have other plans. Johnny and Chanel are left in the dark, their questions unanswered, their hopes deferred. They huddle together on the couch, scrolling through their phones for any updates, whispering speculations. What if she never confesses? Chanel wonders aloud, her voice laced with dread. Johnny pulls her close, offering reassurance that's as much for himself as for her. We'll get the information soon. We have to. It's a tense waiting game, one that builds suspense masterfully, keeping viewers on the edge of their seats. For now, at least, they're spectators in their own story, powerless against the unfolding drama. And then there's the subplot that tugs at the heartstrings even harder, the concern for little Tesoro. Javi and Leo, having witnessed Sophia's spectacular collapse firsthand, retreat to a quieter space, perhaps back at the pub or their shared apartment, to process the whirlwind. But their worry isn't just for Sophia. It's amplified by the innocent child in their care. Tesoro, with those big, curious eyes and infectious laugh, represents the future, a future now clouded by the spreading scandal. As news of Sophia's outburst, the paternity revelations, and the ensuing chaos ripples through Salem like wildfire, Javi and Leo exchange grave looks. This scandal, it's everywhere, Leo says, his usual flamboyance tempered by genuine fear. He flips through his phone, reading the latest gossip on social media, posts from anonymous Salemites dissecting every detail. Javi nods, bouncing Tesoro on his knee to keep the child distracted. The paternity stuff is blowing up. How's this going to affect Tesoro? The kid's future is at stake here. Their voices drop to whispers, as if speaking too loudly might summon more trouble. The implications are dire and dramatic. Will Tesoro be caught in a custody battle? Will the scandal tarnish the child's innocence, leading to whispers and stares in schoolyards years down the line? Javi's protective instincts kick in. He's always been the rock, but now cracks show in his armor. Leo, ever the dramatic one, paces the room, gesturing wildly. We can't let this destroy everything we've built. Tesoro deserves better than this mess. Their conversation delves deep into hypotheticals, legal ramifications, emotional tolls, and the unyielding bond they've formed with the child. It's a poignant exploration of makeshift families in the face of adversity, a theme that resonates deeply in Days of Our Lives. As the episode draws to a close, the camera pans out over Salem, the twinkling lights of the town hiding a multitude of sins and sorrows. This October 20th installment masterfully weaves together themes of mental health, redemption, and the unbreakable ties of family, blood or otherwise. Sophia's breakdown isn't just a plot device, it's a stark reminder of the hidden battles many fight, amplified for dramatic effect, but grounded in real emotion. But wait, there's more to unpack. Let's circle back to the hospital scene for a moment, because the layers here are endless. Sarah's decision to enforce psychiatric leave isn't taken lightly. In the world of Days of Our Lives, where characters bounce back from comas and amnesia with alarming frequency, a mental health crisis like this stands out. Sarah, drawing from her own past traumas, remember her struggles with loss and betrayal, approaches this with a blend of medical expertise and personal insight. She consults charts, confers with colleagues in hushed tones, all while casting worried glances at Sophia's door. This could be a turning point, she confides to a fellow doctor, her voice hopeful yet cautious. The ordering of counseling sessions hints at future episodes filled with therapy breakthroughs, revelations, and perhaps even more twists. Amy's visit, too, deserves deeper exploration. Her offer to trade places isn't mere hyperbole. It's born from a history of shared secrets and mutual support. Flashbacks could easily insert here, moments from past episodes where Sophia stood by Amy during her own dark times. Amy's tears aren't scripted for show. They feel authentic, dripping with the weight of regret. If only I'd reached out sooner, she laments silently, her mind racing through what-ifs. This interaction sets the stage for potential alliances or further conflicts, as Amy vows to stand by Sophia through the storm. Over with Johnny and Chanel, the waiting game isn't passive. Johnny, ever the action-oriented one, suggests digging for information themselves, perhaps confronting mutual acquaintances or eavesdropping on hospital chatter. Chanel reins him in, her practicality shining through. We can't risk making things worse, she argues, though her eyes betray her impatience. Their relationship, tested by the adoption fiasco, shows resilience here. They share a tender moment, reaffirming their love amidst the uncertainty. It's these quiet interludes that balance the high drama, reminding us why we root for them. And for Javi, Leo, and Tesoro, the worry escalates into proactive planning. Leo, with his flair for the dramatic, proposes media spin. We control the narrative. While Javi focuses on the practical, legal consultations, emotional support for Tesoro. The child, oblivious to the gravity, plays with toys, a beacon of innocence in the turmoil. This trio's dynamic, a blend of humor, heart, and heroism, provides comic relief amid the heaviness, but today's episode leans into the serious, foreshadowing challenges ahead. In expanding on these events, it's clear that Days of Our Lives continues to push boundaries, tackling mental health with sensitivity while delivering the over-the-top drama we crave. Sophia's self-harm moment, in particular, is handled with care, avoiding glorification and instead emphasizing the need for help. It's a bold choice in daytime TV, sparking conversations among viewers. As we wrap up this extended recap, clocking in well over the details of a standard summary, we at TV Days Drama Digest want to hear from you. What do you think will happen next? Will Sophia recover and confess? How will Tesoro's future unfold? We hope you enjoyed it and look forward to sharing more with you in the future. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe TV Days Drama Digest for more updates on Days of Our Lives.